everyone, welcome back again. Thanks for being here. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. So anyway, I'm going to start doing monthly check-ins on Joe Biden for this next, well, for I don't know how long, we'll see. So this one's for January 2024. So other than that, sending you big hugs as always, and just give me a moment, I'll switch cameras and bring you over to my table. Hold on. Okay, so I'm using Jamie Sawyer's Redo, 1909 Rider-Waite-Smith Redo. Cards are a little oversized, so I always have a little trouble with them. So bear with me. I have allowed for reversals, but I just want to settle in again. And I'm going to go ahead and go from today. So what is today? I think December 20th. I'll go from December 20th through the end of January. So we'll get a little bit more than a month. And next week I'm going to try to do his astrological transits. I have done a long time ago a reading on his divine rays. I think it was a couple years ago. And I'll go over all that a little bit too. But right now, I know he has, because he has natal, his south node is natally at 0 degrees Pisces, and Saturn's been sitting right there. You know, the retro, we've had Saturn going, you know, back and forth over that point. And it's a past life point, and it's a, okay, Two of Swords reversed. He's not in denial, that's for sure. So here's the center. But anyway, when a person has the nodal axis, so south node at one point and north node at the other point, it's a past life. It can be a past life of a lot of pain, a lot of scapegoating, a lot of gaslighting, and that's exactly what's happening to him. So, and maybe there are many of you out there with a nodal axis in Virgo Pisces, and you've had painful, you know, pain in your lifetimes to overcome. Actually, I should move over this way. Give us more room over here for the future. Okay. So, but anyway, there's that, and I do remember that at his north node in Virgo, he also has Chiron at the late degree, like nth degree of, it's either 28 or 29 degrees of Leo up in his 9th house, which is, 9th house would be, you know, courts of law, politics, even divination. Actually, there's so much in the 9th house, and most of all, his belief system. So that could be painful to have Chiron up there, right up at the north node. But it's also, you know, in Leo, it makes him a real lover, you know, like a lover of humanity. He really believes in that. So it's a hard, you know, it's not an easy path to do that. It's easier to be mean and hateful and angry, except for, you know, it does you in at some point. And I do remember he has a yod, a finger of fate in his chart, from one corner of the south node going over to his moon and then up to Neptune in Libra. So I don't know that he's ever really seen as to who, you know, who he truly is deep down inside. Okay. Ooh, now this is, well, shoot. Depends. Okay, so anyway, I'll draw some more cards probably up here once we get going. Actually, let me take the 2 off the bottom, and let's just do it that way. Okay, for now. So, and if this reading initiates any questions, go ahead and drop them in, and I'll just do another reading. Okay, so the situation he finds himself in, the forces in motion currently in his life, we have the 2 of Swords. It's ruled by the moon in Libra. So I'm feeling like for him, because this card can be read in several different ways, but just feeling into him, I do think that he's been in a little confusion. He's had a tremendous amount of information coming through, and he might be feeling, you know, like, what the heck is going on with all these lies coming out about me? And it's not easy. You know, this is just not an easy card when it comes through reversed. Now, sometimes, though, you can read it in a different way, because no matter what, the Two of Swords is always that card where you need to make a decision. And I do like what Johnny over at Tarot's Apprentice says, that if you don't address what's, you know, what the Two of Swords is, then by the time it'll quickly lead to the Ten of Swords. So, but I don't think Biden is doing that, but I do think that he has been emotionally upset, you know, here and there, and especially because of, you know, all the garbage about Hunter. We do have a lot of reversals here, and I was very, you know, diligent about the way you know, my intention with the cards, so we have to just take it as it is. So anyway, with the Two of Swords coming through reverse, oftentimes it can mean that the decisions have been made. He's feeling like there's just really no reason to hold on to any, you know, pushing down any repression. There's no emotional repression. He's letting his feelings come up, and but he's also feeling dishonored, is what I'm getting there. His greatest challenge with the Five of Pentacles coming through. Now, when the, I'll just read it both ways, because sometimes, you know, with the challenge card, you can always read it as a reversal. Some readers do that. So I'll read it both ways, and we'll see what we get. So normally the Five of Pentacles is loss, rejection, self-esteem issues coming up from the past, of course, feeling like no matter what he does, it's just not good enough. You know, I mean, my heart goes out to him. With, if we were to read it as a reversal, then we're in this place of recovering. Now, I do want to look at it that way as well, because, you know, here we have, and I'm laughing at the GOP, because here we have the Dow Jones, which I know, you know, I don't truly believe that Dow Jones is, that the stock market is tied to our economy, but it is at its all-time high. And we are at all-time high when it comes to jobs and lowered unemployment, and his Inflation Reduction Act is kicking butt. But we haven't seen it. I mean, it's just starting. We haven't seen yet all of the you know, the results. That it's going to be years out before we'll see everything. But, you know, we're talking renewable energy, all of just solar panels, and all the jobs in the USA. All of these jobs coming into the USA are being made, manufacturing jobs being brought back to the USA. So, yeah. Okay. What he's sitting in with the, I love this, Queen of Cups, he is literally sitting in what he honors as sacred. And that's where he's coming from. He's holding that space of what it really means. You know, he always talks about kitchen table issues. Well, there you go. He's holding space for just his caring heart. You know, this is a card of intuition and compassion. This is a card of emotional security and being very calm, because, and I feel this way all the time, it's like I don't care about what other people think of me. All I care about is have I worked enough on, am I continuing to work on my soul task? And I really care more about my next lifetime, if I have to come back, or whatever. I mean, I care more about that rather than what's going on so much now. And I think he's got that same, I feel like it. He has Neptune in Libra like our generation does, and I think I think a lot of you can relate to it. Okay, in his recent past, with the Temperance card reversed, he has been out of balance. He has been overwhelmed, I think, and he has been frustrated. The card that's hanging over him, so he has a lot of control with this base card down here with the Queen of Cups, but what's hanging over him is the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and what's hanging over us when we do a Celtic cross, this card up here, we don't really have control. So with Queen of Cups coming through reversed, we have that imbalance in work and family commitments. He's really wishing that he could get out of this toxic environment. I think some of this relates to his, now this is moving towards the future too. So all of this is pretty much where he is in the past, but now we're moving into the future. But I think this does relate to his meeting with Xi Jinping. And yeah, I don't think that went well, honestly. Sometimes, whether it's a queen or king, I read them both the same, but it can be a little bit of something that's hanging over. Can be, people that are jealous, and when they're reversed, when the cards come through reverse, and people who are just unstable. There's a little lack of sustainability when you get these cards, queen or king reversed. At least that's how I see it. And that's weighing on his head, is like, what is sustainable? What about the future, right? But then he's having to deal with all these other foreign, so-called dignitaries, which I wouldn't put Xi Jinping in that category, but there you go. His near future, so between now and the rest of the month, this is just not him feeling up to snuff. He's tired. And I understand. He's exhausted. And some of these, I think, meetings that he has to do with foreign people, foreign leaders in other countries, I think is just plain boring. And I think the plane rides getting there are boring. And he's tired. So, let's send him lots of prayers for strength, because this is only the near future. And moving towards what he's attracting here, we have partnership, and we have good health. The Two of Cups upright is very, very good for health and for having all the just the love, the connection, the reaching, hands reaching across the aisle. So how other people are influencing his next month, I think is very, very good with the Four of Wands upright. This is a card of celebration. It's a card of happiness, harmony at the home, harmony, anywhere he goes. It's our Venus and Aries card. It's, maybe there's something that comes through that he can really celebrate. This is definitely a happy marriage, so I think we could say that this is he and Dr. Jill, and they're very happy at home and in the White House. So there you go. Okay, then this can be sometimes our greatest hopes and fears, and other times we can look at it as just, kind of an intermediary card. But I do like to look at it as the distant future, because I like to tie the near future and the distant future together. So I'm going to read it that way, because that's traditionally the way I do it, but other readers don't. So anyway, distant future, when we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed, we are worried about, people feeling stuck. And we're worried about, this is like, I mean, I don't want to put the words out there, but not only people feeling stuck, but just we have to be careful for his safety is the best way I'm going to say it. I'm not going to use any of the other harsh words that are normally, you know, connected to this card. So protection, I want everyone to pray for his strength and protection if you're called to. And or affirm that he is protected, his secret service is strong. But maybe it came through reverse because we're supposed to know that his secret service is, you know, they're stubbornly protecting him. I prefer it that way. Okay, now, and I can always draw some more cards about that. And maybe I will. Maybe I'll use the Lennies and go over this. So with the Hermit reversed, well, I'm thinking that he doesn't have the time that he really wants to self-reflect. And it's a card sometimes of feeling like you really just want to withdraw, and you are on some level as much as you can. It's a card of headaches. It's a card of feeling isolated. It's a card that it has sometimes, you know, tummy issues, indigestion, things like that. And then I don't know if he's ever had his appendix out, but sometimes it can be that. But I don't have any surgery cards around with it. Notice here, this is our only swords. I mean, what a guy, right? Yeah. Okay, so the two cards that were on the bottom, we have the Empress reversed. I'm going to read that as Russia. And in the tarot, this would be our Mother Russia card. And then also the Fool reversed. So I'm going to read these two as problems with Russia. And recklessness, and lack of creativity coming from Russia. Dependence issues with Russia. Putin, you know. Putin and his recklessness. Not off to a good start, basically, here. So, okay, let me use, hold on, let me show you the box for you so you can see. I'm going to use the maybe Lenormand. And should I layer? No, actually, let's do it differently. You can't do knighting if I just layer on top. I can't do a lot of things that I would prefer. So let me bring the camera down quite a bit. No, I can tell that's going to be way too much. I'll have to fix it later. Okay, Joe Biden. Joe Biden from today, December 20th, 2023, through January 30th, 2024. My goodness. Okay, Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Right here. Okay, I like this. So nurturing the home and hearth, sitting around the fireplace in the Oval Office as much as he can, concerned about prosperity and kitchen table, issues, concerned about Russia, but also money, power, and protection, which is good, hanging over him. Worried about anything that could suddenly happen. Goodness. The tree can be health. Here again, tummy issues. Bears a tummy. He's going to have some tummy issues. Wanting to be prepared for secret, hidden enemies. Feeling a little blocked because he's worried about some things. Okay, so, but we have success here. Oh, and here, this is my Putin card. He's worried about Putin. The big overblown, or I'm sorry, the little tiny overblown man, overblown narcissistic, psychopathic man. This is Putin right here. worried about the immaturity. Maybe something new has come through. How am I doing with space? Yeah, okay. I could bring it up just a little. If I can get my finger on the right. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay, they're watching. 45. Here we go. My goodness. Okay. I'm going to do another one. Another edge. So these are the issues. You know, he gets the real presidential daily briefings, not like Trump. Trump didn't. I don't believe he ever did. But I do believe that they tracked to see, you know, what went out. God. How to prevent. We need new laws to prevent anyone like him ever getting in again. How about psychological testing for starters? Okay, so, like I said, nurturing home and hearth. Worried about betrayal. There are the backstabbing, nail biting, or, you know, biting, just people hanging over him, liars and cheaters that just care about money. And we could liken some of these cards to the crap that comes through the GQP. Because this card can relate to all branches of government. I don't have the little tower card in here, which would further reiterate it, but I feel like this is the party of so the GQP supporting Trump. This is my Trump card. But then again, too, we can read in different levels, and we do have this line up here that does show. So if I leave Trump out of it, you know, just because it's a 45 card, we have, you know, this could be tummy troubles with these cards here. Because this is definitely a health card. It's also a karmic card. The tree in the Lennies is everything to do with in the Lenormand. It's everything to do with health, the brain. So, you know, parties, Christmas parties and things like that on his mind, but also the different branches of government and the way all the different systems. It's an organizational card. This card can even relate to an astrology chart. But so anyway, he's concerned about anything sudden coming in, and he is concerned about Putin. This is my Putin card, narcissistic card. This is Trump. He's concerned about all of that. And then again with the attack here, or secret, open enemies, secret enemies, no matter what, enemies, hidden enemies, he's concerned about that. Okay, so, let's go up here. So, but for this month, he's attracting trouble. He's attracting complications, and it's because of the GQP. But he's also attracting good, a lot of abundance, prosperity. This is our card for prosperity. And there's information in the news coming in all the time about how prosperous we're doing, even though people still like to bitch about this and this and this, you know. I mean, gas is down, even inflation is down, but there's still, you know, everybody's, I mean, yeah, things are more expensive, but, you know, that's not his fault. That's the greed. See, that's the thing is, no president can mess with the free market. They can do their best to keep it from being manipulated and monopolized, but they're not supposed to mess with it. And we had everything skyrocket because of COVID and the supply chain demand, all of that crap, and you know, all the ships that got stuck in the Suez Canal and all different places. But anyway, once they raise the prices, they don't want, and we pay for it. You know, we pay $7 for a loaf of bread. They don't want to lower it back down. So the way to work around that is to don't buy their crap and bake your own and make your own. if the prices don't go down for some of these things, don't buy them. You know, we can't blame him for the aviary flu that happened and wiped out a bunch of chickens, and that happens every so often, all the time. So, you know, if you eat a lot of chicken, stock up, I guess. I mean, what else can you say? Stock up when the prices are down. So he's dealing with that. Like I said, being gaslit for things like that. Look at these two cards knighting together. These two cards knighting together say gaslighting. And that's exactly, you know, scapegoat and gaslighting. That's what's been happening to him. Yeah, and it may have to do with the price of wine. I don't know. Okay, so that's opening up the reading. The corners and what's framing in. He's going to be making a lot of choices. Maybe based on what comes out in the news. And, you know, this little card's ruled by Venus. And I think he's going to try to just do the best he can to keep the complications out. But he's going to continue to work hard. Just work, work, work every day. And he's trying to minimize danger. He's trying to protect us. He's watching, and he's trying to minimize danger. Especially anything that could create a painful loss for the United States. So, you know, talk about a lot of responsibility. This little train card up here has, so he's watching, you know how he loves the Amtrak, right? He's watching domestic, he's watching out for domestic abuse. He's watching out for any sudden, you know, with his presidential daily briefings, that's what he's really focused in on. He wants to make sure that we're kept safe in our homeland. That's why we had that little, we had the four of, this little card here is relating to that Four of Wands that we had. So, and we could say, I can read these cards in a different way, or little twist with the bear. It's a card of money, power, and protection. So again, he's keeping a watchful eye, trying to protect so that we can just party on and have a wonderful holiday season and not worry. But he's worried. Things eat at him. He's worried about anything dangerous. And he's, you know, focused on just keeping any painful loss away from the USA. He's worried about new deaths, no matter how small. He's worried about kids. He's worried about kids right here. Yeah. Okay. I think that's all I have for now. So, okay, I'm just going to get it uploaded. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Bye.